This is art right here. I'm doing it right now. This is performance art. You guys don't understand? This is a living painting that you're seeing. Michelangelo, Leonardo, Da Vinci, they're all dead. I remain. You understand? I remain as a performance artist.
All right, gentlemen, let's not put this off. We all know why we're here. You are here to see my full Vance collection, and I'm here to show it to you because this is important and valuable media that I just don't want to keep away from people. I think this is so critical to the landscape right now and to the culture that it's a benefit that I show it to you, okay? So we're going to be starting with some of the lower level ones, some of the more base Vances that you can pull. As we go along, they'll get a little bit more rare. We're going to throw in some hydrofoils in there. We're going to throw in some exotics, and you'll get it as we go along. First off, we have a simple one. I mean, the Superman Vance is a lot of beginners' first pull. I mean, it's good. It's a common card, but it's the backbone of any good collection. I mean, of course, Godfather Vance. I don't know where we'd be without Godfather Vance. It's classy, it's simple, it's got a little bit of high definition, but not too much. This is the base level, of course. This was one of my early rare uncommon pulls. The uncommon pulls, generally, that's what the beginner wants. So I was pretty hyped whenever I pulled this one. Of course, Jedi Vance, Obi-Wan Vance Kenobi, as some people call this card. I love it specifically just because this is a limited edition that came out around the time of The Force Awakens, so I was pretty hyped to get this. Nice lightsaber details, just a really good card overall. And of course, do you know what kind of train this is, Vance? A special edition holiday season card that came out obviously based upon the Polar Express. It's one of my favorites. It has the pretty rare unshaven or unbearded Vance, should I say. I really love this one. It is not an uncommon, though. It still counts as a common card, even though it was part of a special edition. I think personally it should have been moved up in the rankings, but you know, what are you going to do? Of course, Elf Vance, another holiday edition. I really like this one because of the accuracy of his costume. It is, I believe, if I remember the rankings correctly, this is upper uncommon. It doesn't quite get into rare, but it definitely is. I mean, it's a solid card. You can see the shoulder details, even the fur around the collar, just a really nice touch. And of course, facial details, absolutely on point. It's a magical pull, especially during the holiday season, Christmas tree, all that good stuff. And Witchcraft Vance, who could forget this one? The glorious detail of the veins across the forehead. And as you can see, this is a hydrofoil because the weird wrinkling on his hands, that's a rare addition to this. That's what makes this one a rare pull. And of course, the inverted pentagrams, which are one of my favorite details of this. But yeah, this was one of my first rare card pulls. It's one of my favorites just because of that. And it's something that I've had in my collection for quite some time, even as it grows and expands and the values of different cards change. And here we have Clown Vance, beautiful in its 4K. Oh my God, just look at that paint detail. Look at his full ruby red lips just bursting forth from that paint. Oh my God. It looks like he's wearing 10,000 streamers around his neck. This is one that I just cherish. It's an uncommon, but just for me personally, it is a great pull. Just something so fun and vibey about it. You know, the charismatic nature of his beautiful red button nose and that out of focus background. It takes me back to a better time in Vance collection, and specifically a time when I was first getting my start in the field. And where would we be without Heat Map Vance? I mean, just look at that. Those piercing, stoic eyes, that calming, confident, courageous smile, and those beautiful colors just offsetting each other so perfectly. Those green eyebrows, the deep purple lips, again, those glorious, full, luscious lips, and the slight, the slight purple stubble showing through on the sides. It's really cool. Obviously, and the more observant of the collectors watching may have been able to tell, this is a bit of a more high-end one. It's not quite a legendary, but it is an ultra rare. I got this about 2 months ago in a pack opening in a store in Seattle, and it's just really, it was an experience. That's all I can say. I mean, you collectors, you know how it is when you get these ultra rares. It's just a really powerful moment. This is a foil, in case you can't notice from the shiny bits on the nose and the cheeks, so that's what makes it the ultra rare. Otherwise, the heat map is just a rare, but the ultra rare and the foil, just amazing card. Is so happy to get it. Shout out to my boys over at Seattle Vance. Great shop. And of course, the Mona Lisa Vance. The beautiful blending here is what really makes this pop. Again, it's just an uncommon, but the nature of the blending, the smoothness of the features, and the way he just so seamlessly fits into it. There's something about, his natural, serene beauty that fits really well into this pastoral scene. And I think all the greatest artists of history would be happy to have a Vance tribute done to their work. I think that the Mona Lisa Vance truly is a beautiful addition to any collection, just on artistic integrity alone. Oh, I mean, what can I say about Mohawk Vance? There really is nothing to say. It's crisp, it's sharp, it's not that impressive visually for some people, but it is, as we all know, in the collector space, a rare pull. This is just a nice base level rare card. It's sharp, it's clean. He has that same beautiful razor sharp beard line right there where it just gives away to the second or maybe third chin. I think it's really an artistic touch, and his slightly elf ear on the right. Those little additions to his natural appearance, I think, give him more aura, and I think especially for Mohawk Vance, give him that edgy look that, of course, he naturally has all the time, but really just pops in this nice base level rare card. Another one, a rare card, a historical pack card, actually, Lincoln Vance. Of course, beautiful top hat and about 2 pixels there, and that's really what makes this pop so much, right? The perfect blending of face to beard. It's so natural, it's so real looking. And it was actually one of the first historical rare card packs I ever opened. Huge to get this, I was so hyped. Another one, historical Vietnam Vance, with that beautiful tank behind him. Retrospectively, it should have been World War II Vance, and that's what makes this so valuable, because it was a misprint, right? We all know this. That's why it's an upper rare. It may have been reclassified to ultra rare. I don't remember. I need to relook at the rankings, but this one was huge. When I opened it, it was not that valuable, but it's become more valuable now that the misprint has been discovered. And of course, as you can see, it's a foil, as the shine on his nose will tell you. Lemon Vance, pretty huge. It's a tiny card, and that's not something I love about it, but Lemon Vance is from the Fruits and Veggies collection, which we'll get into a little bit more later. I have some of those. They're all uncommons, but depending on how many you have, they can go up in value. I mean, the whole collection, good God, is a legendary at this point, but this one, I just like it because I think the Fruits and Veggies collection is a nice little, it's a poppy little collection, and I think it's just cutie patootie stuff. Sun Vance, part of the Galactic collection. This is a rare card, but only because they made so few of them, not because of anything it can actually do in game. It's beautiful, obviously. The second chin sort of popping out into the sun there, I think gives him, once again, that aura of power, and this low poly field stretching away beneath his calm and ardent gaze gives us a sense of calm and serenity. A great one, a base one. I really love it. And again, I love all of the ones from the Galactic pack too. Of course, you cannot forget the Halloween Special Edition, Pennywise, the Clown, and Vance here, looking up from the sewer. Everything floats down here. Indeed it does, including the glory of that beautiful man right there. Once again, eyeliner suits him just so well. It's like looking into the eyes of an Egyptian god. It's something that I think he should lean into more, but this is a cool card. Again, it's just a common, but it's part of that special edition from Halloween. This is one of them. We have Inflation Vance, obviously, a big one with a lot of the Redditors. They love Inflation Vance. It's all right. I really like the high detail nature of it. It's a rare, and I think it's fun. Nobody's going to be upset about pulling this in a normal opening, but it doesn't pop off that hard for me. Kevin James Vance, pretty cool. He looks in the meme. He's just a goofy guy. He's just a goofy guy. An uncommon, a simple one. It's pretty clean though. Of course, Vance looks like just a goofy little fella with his bow tie and his little hat. I personally don't love this one because it's from the Nintendo collection, and recently a lot of those have been dropping in value, but to each their own. If you're trying to build a collection of the Nintendo one, this is a good uncommon card to have in your deck. And of course, Bollywood Vance is a huge favorite. We all love Bollywood Vance. It's sharp, it's crisp. I don't know what else to say. It's a good uncommon if you want to try to build out the Bollywood section of your deck. Basic Bollywood Vance is where you start. Oh, this is the rarest card in my collection, my friends. The Dino Wrangler Vance. Look at that. This is not a foil. This is not, it's not anything, but the base level of this card is a legendary, and you can see why. I mean, can you deny the aura of this photo? Those, again, piercing blue eyes, his strong jawline, his calm smile as he holds the back of the violent dinosaur into submission. I mean, this card is it's a backbone of any Vance collection. Personally, I got this card last fall. It cost me about $4,600, but it was at auction, so I got it a little bit cheaper. I think now the value's gone up to almost 10K. This is what you want, guys. If you're pulling in a pack, if you're going through any of these exotics, you're really trying to find something, this is it right here. A legendary exotic Dino Wrangler, just my favorite piece of my entire collection and my most valuable card. It's one of the newest, but it is absolutely my most valuable. Just absolutely love Dino Wrangler Vance. Of course, here we have yet another one from our race swap edition Vances, which are, Twitter loves them because there's that guy right on Twitter who flips all the races on people, and this is one of those. And I think really it's undervalued. It's a rare, it's true, but a lot of people don't have the full set, so it's become a problem because a lot of them can't find a Caucasian Vance. That one's pretty rare. So if you can get the full collection, it's valuable, but individually, the cards just aren't worth too much, sadly. And of course, we're back at Bob Ross Vance. His artistic side always shows through in these glorious little depictions. His healthy skin tone, as you can see, his gentle gaze as he's telling us that, there are no mistakes. There's just happy little accidents. This is not a rare. This is just an uncommon, but I like it a lot. I think he looks full of life, looks very healthy and happy in this one. Dating app Vance, it's take it or leave it with this one. It's an uncommon, but I don't love it. I know a lot of the ladies really love it because, who doesn't want to get a like on any sort of dating app from my boy Vance? So this is a really nice one. You can kind of get that image of his glorious features through the blurred photo, but I don't love it, but I know a lot of people are huge fans of this card. It's kind of got a cult following at this point. Sonic the Hedgehog Vance, released back when Sonic and Shadow came out. It is, take it or leave it. I'm not a big Sonic fan, but obviously if you enjoy Sonic, I mean, good God, this must be blowing your mind right now. And I'm not saying this isn't attractive. I mean, he looks fine as in this picture, right? We all know that, but I don't know. It's just something about the blue eyes. They're a little bit too commanding, a little bit too alpha for me. So that's probably one of the issues. I'm just not able to process it with as much strength as I really need, but it's cool. It's a rare. It's fun, it's poppy. As you can see, this one also is a foil, with the little shininess of his eyes there. I think it's really neat. Karen Vance is another crowd favorite. It's an ultra rare. I pulled this way on back in my collecting career. It was a big deal for me at the time. The Karen cards were popping off, of course, as we all remember. It's really fun. He's got his very realistic hairline there, and he's clean shaven in his most beautiful form, of course, to show off his roguish jawline. Karen Vance is cool. Looks like she's gonna go right through and talk to all of our managers, of course. We all love her. Goiter Vance, big deal. He was a huge deal when I pulled this one down at, I think it was a Vance store in LA, actually. This is a legendary, of course, as you can tell from the nice redness of the goiters. It's also a foil, as you can tell from the shininess of his slightly glassy eyes. I really love it, obviously. It's just incredibly realistic. According to his doctor, actually, this is exactly what he looked like when he came in to get his goiters removed. So it's true to life. Its artistic integrity is just extremely high. Absolutely one of my favorite ultra rares. If you can pick this up anywhere, you need to do it because its value is skyrocketing every day. I mean, last year when I bought this card, it was probably 2K in that pack of ultra rares. I mean, and now it's up to 11 or 12. It's crazy how the value on these old foils can skyrocket, especially the Medical Oddities collection. Stock Market Red Wave Vance, pretty cool. I like how he's sitting confidently. You can tell he's just laying down the law right here. And of course, the oracles of glory and financial success marking the flag behind him. It's just a very powerful image, and he gives me a lot of hope and just instills in me a belief in our industry as a whole. You know, our collection industry really pops off when these things happen. And here we have Extreme Cat Eye Portrait Vance. I love this. I really wish that they would have more with the bleached hair, but I understand why they don't, right? I mean, you have to leave some ladies for the rest of us. This is just so attractive that I don't know how, you know, how the world would be if he had this bleached hair all the time, but it's okay. It's fine, I guess. The eyeliner really pops again. It's like looking at an Egyptian god, and I just don't know why it doesn't happen more often. This is a rare. I really like it. As you can tell, it's also a hydrofoil. That's why it's sort of yellower over the face. It's a little bit more golden, and it gives him that nice shine that I think he deserves. Apple Vance, part of the Fruits and Veggies collection, piercing pink eyes as they should be. A little bit of a shout out to some early YouTube animations, and again, like I said before, I love the Fruits and Veggies pack. Small child Vance seen here with the double pigtails going on. Thank you today. Very beautiful film grain edition, as you can see, so that adds it up in value a little bit. This is still an ultra rare, though not quite a legendary. I know usually film grain Vances are, but still not a bad collection. Clean shaven Vance, of course, this is just how he looks clean shaven. There's nothing added to this. It's very simple, plain. It's a common but good base card. Tomato Vance, part of the Fruits and Veggies collection once again, just this nice blood red sheen. Again, it's a hydrofoil, as you can tell from sort of the goldiness and the sheen on his little cheeks. Nerf gun Vance, very fun. He's got his cute little hat on, and he's ready to lay down some business. He's got a double load there. Of course, he's not actually threatening us because there is no Nerf bullet in the chamber, but you can tell if he needs to, he will lay down the law. Caveman Vance, again, a powerful image. This is not a rare, it's just an uncommon, but it's fun. It's a foil because you can tell he's nice and shiny, and he's serious, man. He's got that business face on. He's got those piercing eyes. He's here to lay down the law, just like with the Nerf gun. You can see his glorious cheekbones showing us the way of the future. Hagrid Vance came out about the most recent time as the Harry Potter game. It's not bad. Again, I don't love the Harry Potter collection. Vance Hogwarts was okay, but I really like how the details of Hogwarts can be seen in the background here. It is still a rare, but not one that I'm fond of. Ed Sheeran Vance, one that is an ultra rare and a foil, as you can tell. It's powerful. It gives me that nice singer vibe. You know, he seems artistic here. He's got sort of that painting over his shoulder. I think this one's really nice, and it gives you that feeling that he naturally gives us of confidence with an artistic twist. Blue Steel Vance, strong and confident, eye contact with the camera, and looking just trustworthy. You know, this is how you want to imagine a public official, is just this calm presence, someone you can really rely on. That's why this one, even though it's an uncommon, is still one that instills in me a good feeling, a feeling of hope. Uncle Sam Vance, a great one, a clean one. He's got his little overalls on. A shout out, of course, to Despicable Me. And he's got his little safety goggles because he's ready to go to work. He's a man of labor. He's got his little hat on. It's just, I love this card. It's cutie patootie stuff. It has Easter eggs from pop culture. It's just what you need more. Even though it's just a rare, I love this one. Part of the Furby collab, Furby Vance, it was a big deal for a little bit, but like most of these brand collabs, I just don't love it because I don't really care about Furbies that much. It's okay. I picked this one up at a shop in Alabama, I think. Pretty cheap, honestly, considering these go for a lot of money these days, but you know, it's nothing special. It's an uncommon, and it's sort of rare at this point, but not one that I love. Lil Face Vance, a big deal in the early collection scene. It was bottom of the ladder, but it was one of the very first rares. I think it's been downgraded now to just be an uncommon, but still a great one. It's sharp, it's crisp, and there's barely any editing done to it. It's just so smooth and clean. It really gives that feeling of a trustworthy man, and also a very luxurious beard, just a long, firm mustache. And if there's anything I like, it's something that's long and firm, and especially with a mustache. Land Party Vance, of course, part of the Mountain Dew Code Red collab. Love this one. It's the only business collab one that I like, but I think it's nice. I think it gives that feeling of retro gaming. It has the 360 controller that you can tell he's actually holding, and of course, we can see Halo on the television behind him. I think, again, If there's anybody you want to share a LAN party with, it's this man right here. There'd be nothing more fun than just sitting down with my boy JD and going to town on some Halo. Am I right, guys? And to finish us off, we have a legendary Meat Canyon Vance. A great artist and just a guy who looks like he can control fire. I really love this one. I think the blue is not too strong, you know, it's just a gentle blue back there and it gives it a nice little touch. So if you're trying to start off your collection of legendaries, this is one to pick up. Of course, this is a foil. You're less likely to pull one like this, but you know, it's energy, right? It's the energy of the industry. I think so well poured into this, and obviously he can indeed control fire. So boys, that's what we're looking at. Those are the most interesting Vances in my collection. If you've got any, or if you're just an aspiring collector, feel free to let me know in the comments and discuss some of your favorite Vances that you've collected or that you've seen others collect. Because, I mean, you know, this is a big part of the industry. It's a very social industry, and it's one that I really love because of that. The people that I've met in Vance collecting are some of my favorite people overall. I've been doing this for probably 20 odd years, and they're just some of my favorite people in the world. So if you get a chance to meet collectors, or if you get a chance to go to a local, you know, a local Vance shop, then by all means, you know, you should do that. It's a great scene. It's a great culture, and you'll usually find that Vance collectors are some of the most welcoming collectors in any hobby. And that's also because the thing that they do just instills so much joy. I mean, this is just a hobby that has an overflowing amount of just childhood wonder and happiness, and it's something that, you know, I relate to heavily because it's just a great community, it's a great culture, and it's something that we should all do to enjoy just a little bit more. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Maybe do some pack openings soon, and well, I'll see you then. Until then, keep on collecting and keep on Vancing up. Goodbye.